I'm just done with pigeon spin. They're going now. Knowing me the actual hell out of me. Yeah, they're just annoying the legitimate crap out of me. I'm done with them. I've never felt so annoyed by people in my life until I started playing with them. Especially PJ. PJ was easily the most annoying kid I have played with ever, probably so. Right back. Damn. No. pretty good. I mean, there's probably not gonna be much commentary on this one, so just gonna be just flipping around trying to do the things that gold shouldn't be able to do or should be really learning. So yeah. Oh wow, that took a really big bounce. I was not expecting. Oh, that was nice. If you want to see some true, like, diamond stuff, go check out this. His name is it's either X1X Frost or 1X Frost on Twitch. So he's a he's a diamond to champion type thing here. So I usually play with him sometimes, but I don't think he's doing anything today. So if he was, I'd probably play with him. Let's see what it's on. Well, nope. He's not. So. I wonder how it would feel to do the Fennec in this thing. Let's try the Fennec, I guess. PJ on that. I'm not gonna say anything. I would say something, but I'm not.
Okay. That's it? Am I still in your party? Possibly. Let me check. I don't think he did. I did. It didn't say. Let me check here. No, he didn't. Wait. He's on live right now. Bro, he's broadcasting. Oh, I'm gonna join it and see what he's doing. Ah, it's fine. I wanna watch him. Hey, Carson. Hey, Carson. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Christ, that echo. Christ. That has gotta be one of the worst echoes I've ever heard in my life.
So, how is it playing this by yourself?
I'm fine with it.
Really? It's not very fun.
That's the reason why there's 1s, 2s, 3s. But I can't really do it because for some reason the game's offline.
Then just play with random people.
Huh? No, the game's offline for some reason for me, so I can't play online. So I'm literally just stuck with this. That's very sad. So why did PJ leave? Because they had to take a shower?
He had to go take a shower, yeah. I don't know what to do. What
I don't know, after this I might play some Arcana.
I might go play in the Realm. No, that's not a realm. I'm gonna play in your realm. Ha, I'm kidding. What? Not even for the Taken King, if that was? What? Because I'm like, then what's the point? What, you talking about Fortnite? You talking about Fortnite?
The kid doesn't play Fortnite, dude.
I thought he was talking about Fortnite.
You do?
Sometimes he does.
No, I'm just surprised that because I thought you hated it. For sure. Why? Oh, I thought it was for the anime skin.
Nah, we all know deep down he loves the anime skin.
I think that's what Tier said as well.
Bro, he gets a pillar
What?
in his pants when he thinks about it.
You don't like the female, but you like the guy one.
I mean, he has a boyfriend.
Yeah, it's true, but
I love spaghetti.
oh, I don't like the meatballs.
I love the meatball. Bro, Chef Boyardee. Bro, is it just me or one time I was eating Chef Boyardee and like the spaghetti and meatballs, and I shook the can and it was really liquidy, and I opened it and there was like one noodle and all sauce.
What?
It was disgusting.
Yo, Declan, remember those brownies you used to eat in 5th grade?
What?
Those, oh god, I forgot what they're called. Like, you always used to mash them on your desk. Remember you used to like pound it on your desk?
Remember the smell train that I would do when I would cook my ravioli?
No, but what was that brownie called? What was that brownie called?
Cosmic brownies.
Yes.
I have them every day.
You did?
I still have them every day.
God dang.
Bro, wait, remember the thing that me and Brayden came up with? It was like it was like tag, but like right after lunch finishes. I forgot what it was called.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Like the duck touch or something.
Yes.
It was something to do with the duck. And every night, every time, we'd poke each other. And no, I think it was the poke or something.
Oh yeah, it's the poke. The poke. And it was during lunch only. It was during lunch only.
Yeah. And then
as soon as lunch ended, you had it.
Whoever gets poked last at lunch.
I don't think I was ever poked, which is really mad. Which made me really mad. I was never poked.
Whoever else gets poked last has to start off next day.
Remember the duck stories?
Yeah. Oh, I still have that notebook.
I thought you gave it away.
No, I never did. I still have it.
But the rock paper scissors contest.
I gave away the duck test.
Oh yeah.
I think I gave it to like you or something.
Yeah, you did. It was for rock paper scissors too.
Remember the turtle test, and then we came up with the duck test.
Yeah, you had Turtle Gang.
Bro,
Sloth and Turtle Gang.
Bro, literally everyone left the freaking Duck Clan to go over to the freaking Turtle Gang.
It was Sloth Gang that left, and Sloth I think joined either Duck or Turtle.
I think Turtle and Sloth like combined.
No, Sloth and Turtle were mortal enemies, Declan.
Whatever, something like that.
I'm still Sloth. I've never left it.
Everyone left Duck. And it was only me and you after Turtle Gang appeared. And then every once in a while, I remember we'd have like these little courts. And it would
gang fights.
Because Brock, I think, was the owner of Turtle.
Yeah.
And then I think
Aiden
was
McCaffrey was Sloths. No Sloths.
Was the sloths, and then you were Kiwi, I was Duck, and sometimes we'd have like little courts and stuff.
That was awesome.
Everyone was Turtle. And
oh, yeah.
I used to be the rage. I used to be all the rage. All the girls were like, "Oh my God, Declan!" But now it's like, "Oh my God, Brock!"
Oh no, everybody hates Brock. Everybody hates Brock now.
He sounds like he was always looked like the classic jock. Not even kidding.
He does. He literally does. He's literally the definition of a jock. He has like
the jawline of a jock, the voice of a jock, the stature of a jock. He acts like a jock.
And then, yeah, he is like the definition of one. And like anytime, like literally, so we were playing basketball, right? So I somehow made a shot which won the game. He was so mad. He called a penalty on me for hitting him, even though he was the opposite side of the field as me. Wasn't even close to his ass. And then he got mad that, and then he's like,
one time during dodgeball, he was on the opposing team.
Yes.
And at the time I hated him, so I'm like, I'm gonna hit you this time, little like 4-foot ass me. I throw it and it curves all the way to the right.
Dude, I swear to God, the dodgeballs are scuffed.
I know.
They're scuffed.
So light, a littlest air current can push them up, and I throw it either go up or to the right.
I sidearm mine, so one of them just went to straight vertical.
My favorite thing is when you go after the girls that were my height, and I just smash them in the head with one.
Oh yeah, and I used to like just peg any kid. Anybody's in front of me, I just kill them.
The part was just hitting the girls with them, because the girls would be in the back like covering their heads with their arms.
I just love like just drilling kids. Like that just don't see. Paige was insane.
Paige was the athletic one. She was the athletic girl.
She was insane at any sport.
Yeah, I know. With the blonde hair and everything.
Yes.
Yeah, I told him about it.
Listen, no, but I thought she was brown.
No, I think her hair was.
No, she was never a blonde. Never.
No,
never. She was a brown. She was brown.
I gotta shut my door. 1 second. Sorry, Mom.
Batman.
Actually, so there's this one like guy in our grade that acts like a 6th grader, like he is like a 6th grader. And basically, I think it's 7th grade, he was doing something for, I think, choir. He was like in front of the class talking.
Oh no.
I think he was talking about some like black guy or something. And he kept on referring to him as African American because he thinks that calling someone black is racist.
Yes.
I mean, in a
so,
way, depending how you're doing it, yes. But
I swear to
most
God,
of
no.
the time it
Nowadays,
isn't.
you can't even
At
say
all.
anything black.
Yeah,
You cannot say the word.
At all, if you're calling him just African American, that's a little racist because people from Africa aren't just black. There is white people that come
Yes.
from
No, here's my thing. I swear to God, like, certain people, like, if you say the word black, they call you racist. I
there.
swear.
I know.
And it's
I
like,
swear.
what do you want me to say? Dark skin? What do you want me to say? Dark gray? Extremely dark white?
Everyone's so sensitive that like now
I
everything's
hate
racist
it.
or homophobic.
Like, literally, like, 5 to 10 years ago, this was never a thing. You could say black all you want, and nobody would be offended by it. Because you're
But now
calling them by what
everyone's
they
so
are.
sensitive
Yeah.
towards it.
You can't even say, like, bruh. If you say bruh, they're like, "Ugh."
I mean, besides the fact that Ava is 100% a freaking brug girl, because every time
A
I would
rug
do
or
something that
grug?
she's a brug girl.
I
She's
heard
the
grug.
brug girl. She's the brug girl.
No, she's a
Because-
rug. It's a rug. Like a rug.
She also, I told her she was toxic, and guess what her answer was? She's
Okay.
like, well, if you don't like that I'm toxic, then don't talk to me. No one likes toxic people besides other toxic people.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
So yeah, I told her like you made Spin really uncomfortable, and he threatened all this stuff. Blah blah blah.
I would ask what she said, but I'm not.
And then guess what she said?
That's what she said.
his problem. That even though you're the one who introduced him to Kaden.
Kaden?
Yeah, the guy who threatened to freaking leak his address and called him homophobic and told him to grow a pair because he had a gay he was like boyfriend and stuff. And
Let me see this guy. I want to find this guy. Find me this guy.
Oh my god, he was like, I think I haven't seen him in a bit, but he was with that one jackass of the school.
Oh, there's always that one, and Brock's the one of our school.
Yeah. I knew when I was younger that he would grow up to be the jock, because he always had like the kind of deep voice type of person.
No, Clay easily had.
Are the animal gangs still a thing? I'm guessing they're
No, they were gone in sixth. Gone in 6th grade, Declan.
I will revive them. I will come back.
Gone in 6th grade. And
I will come back in a freshman high school at your place, and I'll be like,
you're going to Northwest?
Gang is back.
I would love to see
the voice crack.
Oh, Declan, wanna know what's sad? So I don't know if this is true, but I heard there was a talk that public schools in Michigan, high school and all this stuff, might be getting a longer school year because of how much they missed.
Yeah, no,
And wanna know what's funny? Jackson in next year will be getting this. Like, this will happen to him next year if this is true.
Why?
Because he's going to a public school.
Oh.
I'm not.
I go to a public.
Oh, so you might get the longer school year then.
I might. I'm
And
not sure.
I won't.
I think I'm a public.
What school are you going to?
Private aren't getting it?
Because we never went out of school.
Oh,
we were always in school.
Oh, we went out for months.
Yeah, we were in the whole entire time.
Hey, I'm doing fine. I don't know.
Yeah,
what
I'm only failing art because my art.
I've been doing. I feel like people are suspecting that I'm cheating in
Oh,
math
I don't.
because basically last year 7th grade my math grade was, and then this time all of a sudden it's like B's and A's. It's because the teacher is amazing. The last teacher I had would make me do everything by myself, or if I asked too many
Is she like the
questions,
Indian teacher?
she'd get mad at me if I asked too many questions. So I'd be afraid to ask questions.
Oh, that's how I am now.
Just,
I just don't ask them. I just hope I know it.
Yeah.
I don't know why. That's just how I am.
That's why
I
like
never
Mr.
ask.
Doyle. That's my new math teacher. Every time I ask a question, he helps me figure it out.
I just don't. I just get really scared to ask questions. I don't know why. I just do. I never asked a question this year yet.
Miss Bond, my what's her name? No, not her. What she did? Design tech teacher. She basically she wants to make everything creative and fun, and I understand.
Oh, that's a really good teacher.
But the thing is, though,
too much.
Too much. She expects us to have all these things at our house, and most of us really don't.
Like
and
what?
So a lot of people, like, since it's design tech, you have to build stuff, and like,
This is fun.
I don't have, yeah. But thing is, though, it has to be specific things. Like we have to build this thing out of cardboard. Like basically, she expects us to have cardboard, tape, and hot glue and scissors. And basically,
Technically doesn't have the scissors.
she gave us this like little website and has like all these different things that like you could choose to build. And oh my god, they were so annoying. Yeah, it was annoying though.
That's what the art teacher is. Literally,
At least she's trying to be nice.
Yeah. But like, literally in art, I get yelled at for not doing enough effort.
What's the art teacher again?
It's a new one.
Oh yeah, I remember there was
Miss
a
Ross.
really tall one, and then there was one before the really tall one.
Yeah, Miss Groupie.
Miss Groupie. Oh yeah.
Bro, she didn't even panic when I cut like the top of my pinky off. She didn't panic. Remember?
Wait, how'd you cut the top of your pinky off?
Well, not completely off, but like I got a nice deep cut in it. So
when was this?
Like first or something, like first grade, I think.
Oh
Like first
damn!
So literally, I'm cutting with paper. This is the sign I'm retarded. I'm looking at my pinky. I'm like, oh, paper's on top of it. It must be fine to cut it.
We've all done retarded things in our life.
And I'm like, oh, must be safe to cut. Won't hurt me. Well, next thing you know, shink. And my top of my pinky's bleeding really bad. I found that out when my paper's turning red. I'm like, what the hell? Like, oh
yeah, sometimes you have those cuts that you don't notice. That's bad until the blood starts coming.
Oh yeah, that's how mine was. I don't know how I didn't feel it when I just slit my finger pretty much.
Then you won't feel it. Like one time, Pete. So I was in our backyard with PJ and Colin. This is like when we were 8, and so PJ he picks up a log, and then I'm like, PJ, don't throw it, and he throws it at my head. And instead of actually hitting me in the face, it scratches the top of my scalp off, and I'm left with this burn mark through my head. And I kind of felt it touch my head, so I put my hand on my head, and I look at my hand. My hand's slathered in blood. And like pieces of wood.
Yeah, that's just ants fine.
And I'm looking at him like, oh. And then Colin starts crying and freaking out. He's like, he's gonna die! Ah! and then we didn't have any ice, so I just had to put a bag of frozen peas on my head.
Nah, dude, that should just go into a lake and just dip your head in the water.
There was also another head injury I had where Colin thought it was a good idea to pick up a what's it called? Like a swing chain, like a swing chain, and swing it in circles. And so he starts spinning, and I'm like, Colin, stop, Colin. And then he keeps spinning. He starts walking towards me, and sure enough, it hits me. So you know the soft spot on like under your earlobe? Yeah, it smacks me right there, and at like 100 miles per hour, and then my ear starts ringing, everything goes silent, I look up the sky, and I literally say, why is there stars? And then I collapse on the ground and pass out. And then I wake up in my bed, and they're like, are you okay, Declan? And I'm like, yeah, my ear hurts.
Declan,
like, when
you get knocked out, that's just saying, why
my ear rang for the next 30 minutes.
Have you ever put under anesthesia? I think that's what it's called.
Yeah, I got ear surgery before. It was really funny.
Yeah, I got put under because my ear canal collapsed. So I was only supposed to be knocked out for about an hour. 7 hours later, I wake up.
You probably actually just fell asleep there.
Yeah, I literally slept, and they all thought I was still like unconscious. And I was just sleeping, dude. I didn't realize. I was told just to get like the balloon thing. I'm pissed off to this day because I still thought I was getting a balloon. They're like, breathe in and you'll get this balloon. I never got the balloon, and I was so pissed. I was so mad.
For some reason, this is so memorable. But I went to Red Robin once, and I had a balloon, right? And this is like a classic sad kid balloon story. And I accidentally let go, and it starts going in the air. My mom's like, go get it, Hunter! And he starts running after. I'm like, no! And I see it just floating in the air. And I'm like, my balloon. Also, my anesthesia story. So basically,
the American sniper that shoots the balloon thing hits a bomber.
I'm gonna stay awake during the anesthesia.
I tried. It does not end well.
Everyone tries. And so
I did for 5 seconds.
In, and I'm like,
I'm
gonna lay down, close my eyes. I'm not gonna fall asleep. I can
do
tell
not
you that.
close your eyes.
I lay down, close my eyes, instantly.
Yeah, no, I try to keep mine open. I'm forcing them open with my I'm trying to do it with my
Yeah, no,
hands. I
anesthesia
force them
knocks you
open, and
out.
like
Just like but that's what Steve O did.
but literally it just like trying to force them open. They're just slowly shutting. I'm like no, 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 and I just as soon as I shut them, I'm out. I'm like no, no. I'm out.
Actually, that's
I'm
what
just
Steve O
out.
did. He's like, no one can stop me. And so he takes an anesthesia. He's like, I'm still going. And the doctor's like, no, you're not. He's like, I'm still going. No, you're not. And then he's like, and his eyes slowly start to close and his head collapses onto the floor.
Like as soon as your eyes close, you are done. You just got KO'd.
It's instant. Like
It
seriously.
is. Yeah, like I was able to hold it for 5 seconds and then I was out.
I'm lucky I didn't have anesthesia awareness, because when I woke up, so after
that,
my
man?
ear surgery, anesthesia awareness is basically where you technically wake up during anesthesia, but you can't move or speak and open your eyes. And actually, some people sued doctors for this, because basically, like, let's say, like some people are getting, like, open heart surgery, and they said that they had severe PTSD afterwards, and basically what happened is, it's a condition where if you can wake up during it, but you can't do anything, and so you can't signal to them that you're awake. And what happens is, some people had that happen, and they felt everything. Some people said that it was so painful that they went in and out of consciousness during it. They said it was the most painful experience in their entire life.
Well,
and
yeah,
actually,
it would be, because you're feeling them touching your heart.
Well, not necessarily heart. It can be other things.
Yeah, but if it's open heart,
it's better now. It's better now because they can measure like your heart rate and like your brain waves and stuff like that, and your brain activity. And so basically, what they do is they measure all that, and if they see a sudden increase, which means like if you feel pain, if they put you know when you're in pain, you're like really active because then it's like you got what's it called, something moving through you. Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
They're like, if it starts to raise all of a sudden, they're like, oh, and they pump more in, and then it makes you fall back asleep.
I didn't realize this. Like, I didn't realize this, and it makes me really uncomfortable because I hate. You know how I hate needles, right? So,
yeah.
So they put you on anesthesia. I didn't realize they gave you an IV afterwards.
Yeah, no, they give you an IV.
Yeah, I did not realize that.
They have to. Actually, when I was
and
younger,
I hate needles, and I like. And I didn't
like needles.
I hate it. So I saw a video recently that my friend sent me about like because he's getting an anesthetic thing for some reason, and he made me watch this video about like what it'd be like. I didn't realize they give me an IV, and I'm like, are you effing kidding me?
They lied.
Yeah, they're like, oh, don't worry, it's just a balloon. Nope, they give you the IV. I'm like...
So, when I was younger, about 2nd grade, I got the stomach virus. Yeah, this was 100% 2nd grade, I remember this. The stomach virus usually lasts about a day. Yeah, I had it for a week. I lost like 20 pounds. And at that time, I was already at 60 pounds. And
dude!
I was already, because you know how small I was in 2nd grade, and
you were 60 pounds in 2nd grade.
About 60 pounds. I was almost 40, 50 pounds.
I was probably 50 in 2nd grade.
Everything I ate, my body would go, oh, and then throw it up. And I remember, basically, I got so skinny to the point where my tailbone hurt because it was sticking out. Last 2 days, I had to go to the hospital because I was literally starting to die because I couldn't eat anything. And so they had to like physically pump fluids into me.
Yeah.
And I was in there for 2 days. I moved around, and actually the staff felt really bad for me, so they put me first in line because they were a little packed that day. So they put me in first in line. They put in the IV, and then all I ate was popsicles and water.
Oh yeah, that's what I love about doctors.
Anything liquid. And so basically. About a day later,
by a doctor for like chewing the popsicle.
Tell me like, "Hey, can you walk?" I get up to walk and I accidentally tug on the IV of my arm. Really
okay, you can stop. No, your story's ending there. No.
Anyway, no. And then once I finally woke up, once it was finally over, I had the relieving diarrhea that you always have after sickness.
Are you done? Are you
Do
done
you
talking?
always have-
Are
do
you
you-
done talking? Are you done talking?
Yes.
Okay, you better be, because I've never.
Do you ever have those relieving
No.
diarrhea after sicknesses?
No.
Oh, mine was like rainbow because of all the freaking cosplay. It was
Okay.
literally rainbow.
Declan, I remember one time I was coughing so bad I literally could not breathe. Like I couldn't
Yeah,
breathe in,
no.
and like I'm just keep coughing and exhaling, and to the point where I couldn't exhale. You hear, I'm like, shit, am I gonna die here?
I got strep throat once, and after it,
Don't remind me.
I sounded like a 7-year-old man that smoked for 40 years. I was like, hey guys, so today, my voice got a little bit better.
And literally, I could not. I thought I was
spit
gonna
at the time.
die. I thought I was gonna die because I could not breathe.
Like, that was about 2018, 2017. My voice was like this.
It's like whenever I got the hives on my eyes, so my eye was pretty much swollen shut.
I think I remember that.
Yeah, I could not see out of my one eye because they were both my eyes because they were swollen shut. Because I forgot that if I itch anywhere, literally, I could itch on the top of my head and it would happen. I had a horrible itch on my eye. Had itch both eyes, and I could not see.
Hey, remember ABCYA?
Oh,
Sugar,
Little Jane,
Sugar, and
Little
the
Jane.
Little Train. Yeah,
No, Little Jane,
Little
Little Jane.
Jane. I don't know. What
The
that
one
is.
where there's that little girl on the balloon. You have to let her keep rising up.
Little Jane. Yeah.
Sugar,
Oh my
sugar,
God! It was Sugar, Sugar, Little Jane,
tiny train.
Tiny Train, and also Dogecoin or Doge Miner.
I
Those
still
were
play
those.
Doge Miner.
I play
Okay.
Doge Miner too.
I play both of them.
Yeah, I have the original one on my phone. I haven't played it in months. And I have the second one on my computer. I'm currently on Mars. No,
I'm on
past
Titan.
Mars.
No, I'm on IO.
I'm on Titan.
I'm on IO. I'm either Titan or IO.
I'm not very active on there.
Whatever the last planet is.
I think it's Titan.
Then I'm there.
Because I didn't see on Titan that there was like any rockets or stuff like that. It was just Dancing Blue for the last one. Or something like that. And he attracts more rich people.
Yeah. What was I saying?
Man, it's kind of sad that this new generation won't see games like that anymore.
Oh yeah, no, that's very sad.
I'm gonna teach my kids Dogecoin, and they're gonna.
I'm gonna teach my kids to play Doge Miner as a living.
Yes, Doge Miner. Bro, actually, it turns out Dogecoin is an actual currency. It's an actual currency.
How much is it worth?
I think it's worth less than $1 per coin. It's not worth very much, but it is a cool thing to have.
Yeah, you could say, dude, I'm a real Doge Miner.
I'm a Doge Miner, man.
I'm a Doge Miner.
Same thing with mining. Like, yeah, I think you can mine it like Bitcoin. Just get like a whole bunch of computers that mine it.
What was I gonna say? What's your like scariest school experience?
When I passed the kidney stone, or when that time when, what's the girl's name that stuttered a ton and she left like 4th, 5th grade? I forgot her name.
Ariana?
No, that's a Russian girl.
Oh, Eliana. Is she still at school?
No, the stuttering girl left.
Stuttering girl? I don't remember that.
I forgot her name, but she stuttered a ton, and she was
Ava?
like one of those people that barely fit in. Yeah,
Ava?
I remember her.
Yeah, she.
No, not Ava. She
Misty?
had curly hair. Misty! Yeah, something. Misty! Okay, so yeah, Misty and Gabrielle were friends, right? And in 1st grade, Mrs. Blunk.
Mrs. Blunk.
Okay, so yeah, anyways, we were coming back from class, right? And Misty and Gabriella were at the park still, and basically, I go back like, guys, we gotta go, and I run back, and Gabriella's like, come on, Misty, we gotta go, and then Misty's like, no, I had to go down the side, and then she goes down the slide, and then, oh my God, my Mrs. Brunk unleashes hell out of her freaking mouth. It's like the highest pitched voice you can ever imagine coming out of like a 60-year-old teacher, and she's like, Misty, Gabriella, come back right now!
But she never said your name, so why was that so scary?
Cause I ran back.
The scariest one I've done is, oh god, what's a good one? There's a lot of them.
The time I shat on the wall too.
there's one where I got not clotheslined, but like I got pinched between Penn Petersdorf and Leland. One was coming from my back, and one was coming from like in front of me. I got hit in the back
you got
by
pinched between two people?
yeah, and this is in like King of the Hill. So Ben hit me from the back and Leland hit me in the stomach.
Oh,
I was down.
I remember King of the Hill.
I was down for the count.
Remember that one time when there was an ice slick down the hill at the back?
My God, yeah.
You know, the teachers didn't let us go down it.
Dude, I was down for the count for like 5 minutes after that.
But remember
I just
when
got
we used to mine
taken
with
out.
pieces of ice, like we pretend to mine? I'm surprised we didn't pretend to mine like we were playing Doge Miner.
Cause we really couldn't.
Cause like there used to be little chunks of ice, and I would use it to mine bigger chunks of ice, and I'm like, I'm mining.
Yeah, but dude, I was down for the count. I thought like something bad happened to me. Like I thought like they broke my rib or something. It hurt.
I miss PS3 edition and PS4 edition of Minecraft. I miss the days when we'd always play Titanfall 2. You don't realize you're in the good days until
they're yeah.
And those days back in 2013, 2014, 2015,
were
those
the
were
days.
the good days. And 2016, and someone
actually no, 5th grade was probably the best year of school.
Yeah.
Cause we went ice skating.
Yeah. Oh, so everyone, like, I remember when I did it, I set a goal for myself. I'm like, I'm not gonna use the trainers. I'm just gonna skate. And I managed to. I got actually pretty good. But the thing is,
tried.
Though, next day,
I was so bad.
My ankle, half of my ankle down was purple the next day because of how much I bruised it.
Dude, remember when I kept falling on my one side?
Yeah.
My entire butt cheek was purple.
Good.
My entire butt cheek was purple for that day. It was purple, and then that side it was black.
I got that good. What's the guys 5th grade?
Mr. Fashels and Ethan Rozak. They were insane.
Mr. Fashels was good,
and
I actually managed to catch up to him, and I used to skate.
I did for like 15 seconds, then fell and felt like I broke my ass.
Yeah, no, I actually I actually got pretty good with them, and actually I have hockey skates now. And basically, I tried skating this year, and I decided, like, oh, it's a good time to skate when it's warmer. And so, I'm skating. I put on the skates. I step into the ice. I sink into the ice because it was just all slush at the top. And I'm like, okay. And so I try to push forward. Yeah, nothing happens. I'm like, and I end up just walking. And I'm like, I can't skate. It's all slush. I'm surprised I didn't even fall through.
What was I say? What was like your scariest all-time memory? Like just any memory
school?
That was no, not just school, in life.
Oh.
Scariest memory in life.
Okay.
If you need two, name two.
I have one that I'd probably be terrified of right now.
Okay,
but
then
when I was younger, I didn't
if you're scared of it now, then don't say it. I guess I'll scare you.
So basically, what it was is you know my stepmom's a little crazy.
Yes.
Yeah, a while ago, basically this is when my sister was about 16 or 17, so I was about like 8. This was like back in 3rd grade, 4th grade, and so no, this is when we were really poor. And so I didn't have a winter jacket, and Emily bought me one, and so I brought it to my mom's house so I could wear it to go to school with. And so I bring it over, and Emily throws this giant fit because I brought her coat over to my mom's house. And so basically, she was pregnant with my little brother Ezra at the time.
Ah, easy.
And so you know the apartment complex had, big building, one door, staircase up to the other ones, yeah, that type of stuff. And in order to get in, you had to go through the big door. And basically, she was trying to like break in to get my coat back. And so I'm looking down the stairway, and I see my mom arguing with her, and Emily's sitting there, like, seriously barricading the door with her pregnant belly. Not even kidding. She was using her belly as a battering ram to open the door. And I'm surprised the kid didn't die. He's like 7 now. Anyways, so I'm surprised the kid didn't die because she was like hitting it relatively hard too. And so my sister's on the couch crying. And I'm like, it's okay, Jordan. And I give her a hug, and she's hugging me, and she's just crying. And then eventually the cops get called, And
This is on your mom, right?
huh?
This is on your mom.
No, it isn't my. It was Emily who was the crazy one.
Oh,
So Emily's the one who's trying to get the coat back while we can't even afford one, and also is the one that's using her pregnant freaking belly as a battering ram to open the door. And I remember this.
It's,
And
yeah.
so the cops get called, and they're talking, and they're like, "Yeah, this lady's crazy," and they let us go. And yeah, that was at the time I'd be terrified.
Not gonna lie, I don't know what's scary for me or this other kid. So we were wrestling, right? Like I was doing wrestling at this point. This was about maybe a year or two ago. So we were wrestling. The kid did not let me know. So like we were wrestling, like we were in like a one of the positions. Like I had my hand like on his like we were like I was on top, he was on bottom, like in a chokehold, right? The kid was not letting me know he was about to like pass out. He did not let me know. So I'm still holding him there in the chokehold while he's like his face is purple.
You choked someone out! Oh my god!
Yeah, and I was scared because he was not saying anything. So and he wasn't moving. So I'm like, okay, he must be trying to like do something to get out. No, his face is purple. And he's not like, I'm like, okay, maybe I should like ask him like, hey dude, you good? You gonna try to get out? Nope, he's there. He's out now, and he says out. I'm like, is he trying to tap the floor? Nope, he's out, and I'm like, oh shoot, did I just kill this kid? I'm like, did I just kill this kid? And he's still on the ground. 2 minutes later, I'm like, oh god. And then he gets up and he's like yelling at me like, why didn't you let go? I'm like, you never tapped. You never like let me know that you were out, dude. You never told me. Like, you never told me to like stop like choking you.
So here's one of my brothers, Hunter. One of his scariest stories. Ooh. This was his sleep paralysis.
Oh no.
So basically, this was around the morning, so it was relatively bright in the room.
Sleep paralysis.
And
I'll say my dad's
this
next.
is when me and him were in a bunk bed. He was about 18 or 19, and he's a weird sleeper. He had his butt in the air, right? With like his head pressed against his pillow.
What?
And so he couldn't really breathe. And this is when his body was like, sleep paralysis time. And so I'm sleeping above him, and he's like, he's below.
Was he like screaming?
So his head is like kind of facing sideways, like he's mostly in the pillow. He can see a little bit. And he told me this. He said that basically the starting was, so his face was facing the corner of the room. I think you might know where this is going. So,
nope, stop right there. Nope, stop right there. Stop right there.
He says that he sees something in the corner.
Shut up! I get it.
With his back facing him. And he said that he tried to yell at me to get my attention, but he couldn't do anything. And
yeah,
he said
that's sleep paralysis.
He said that he couldn't move.
That's sleep. Declan, I get it. The guy's like, trying to kill him.
Move,
the guy was gonna kill him. I get it.
No, it was actually a girl. It was like the classic girl with her hair hanging down.
Yes, the sweet-looking girl.
He starts to gain movement in his hand. He tries
was
to
it
push
scary?
himself off
Is it
the
scary?
bed.
Tell me this. Is it like a scary thing? Like a scary?
Yes, he was terrified.
Okay.
And he tries to push himself off the bed with his hand because he starts getting movement.
Ooh.
And all of a sudden, the thing slowly starts turning towards him.
Okay, yep,
and that's
yep,
when he's like, and that's when he's like, and then finally the thing turns around, completely starts running at him, and that's when he manages to push himself off the bed. And he's like, I think I remember this, and I'm like, are you okay, Hunter? And he's like,
yeah. I didn't have sleep paralysis, but like I had some scary ass dreams.
I was effing terrified.
I had night terrors.
Oh my god, I remember
I had some bad ones.
Lily and PJ, they had some what's it like to be in a night terror? Like what happened?
You can't wake up from it. Like you have to wait till the dream is very scary. It's like a nightmare that you can't wake up from. Like you have to wait till the dream is over.
What's in the dream usually?
Probably like something you're super like what scares you the most? That and you can't wake up from it.
Oh damn, okay.
You get to wait till the dream is over.
Okay, so because basically when PJ and Lily were younger, they'd have constant night terrors.
Oh,
And
same.
it'd be so annoying because like you're trying to sleep and all of a sudden you're ah!
Yeah,
next to you
it's
or in your room, and basically, so my dad
annoying
would
until you
usually be
have
the one
one.
helping them, right?
It's annoying until you have one, then you know why they're screaming.
Yeah, and basically, so PJ would get them, and he'd be loud too, and he would
I
be
was
just screaming and
decent.
screaming, and my dad would try to be nice to him, and it would go on for hours.
But yeah, because they
And
can't wake up till the dream's over.
my dad's
They're
like trying
stuck
to
in a
calm him
dream.
down, telling him it's okay, and eventually my dad's like, "Shut the F up and go to bed." PJ literally gets up and walks to bed.
Yeah, but
If
your
you
dad
try that
doesn't
with
know
Lily,
that.
yeah, but so basically, every time from there on out, every time PJ would get a night terror, he would just do that, and then he'd go back to bed. And it would be different with Lily. Lily, you'd have to wait because anything you tried to do to wake her up, she wouldn't. And
Yeah,
so
because
sometimes
she
it go
probably
on
had
for
a worse version of them.
it go on for like 3 hours, and the entire time you have to be like, "It's okay."
Oh,
calm
that's
down.
the worst. Because with
And
those,
it go on for 3 hours because then it's at like 4 a.m. and you hear.
yeah, because you can't do anything. It's pretty much like you know, how, like in nightmares you can like move around and all that.
I mean, I've never really had one myself.
A nightmare?
Nope, never really had one, or I don't remember it.
You're lucky.
I
I
mean,
get them all.
you kind of don't have nightmares when you watch every horror movie possible.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Like I get them every now and then. But like,
Yeah, I don't
but with
usually get
nightmares,
them.
I can actually control them. Like I can like open my eyes.
That's
It's
like a lucid dream.
no, but like not control, but like I can make my eyes like if I know I'm like scared or something, I like try to force open my eyes.
Speaking of, I actually had a dream today where I had 2 of the exact same copies of my phone, and apparently in my dream they were very fragile, and I put them 2 together, and both them just freaking like, both the screens just smashed, and I'm like sitting there like, my phones, and I'm just looking at them. One of them's just decimated, and the other one has like a few cracks, and I'm like, huh? That's all I really know. But I think I showed it to like Hunter in my dream. He's like, "Oh, that's weird."
What was I say? I think my scariest fear for my dad had to be when he was in a car. Like him and his brother and 2 other friends were in a car accident. I think this is back in October 8th, 1984.
Wait, so this is an actual thing that happened?
Yes, this actually happened to my dad. It's not a dream. This is an actual thing.
Okay.
He was with his brother and 2 friends. They got in a car accident. He's the only one who walked out.
Wait, who was in a car accident?
My dad, his brother, and 2 friends. My dad's the only one who walked out.
Oh.
And so his brother would have been.
PTSD from that?
Yeah. And he would have been my uncle.
Oh.
And yeah.
That is terrifying.
And probably the second one that was scared from was the pneumonia thing.
Didn't you have pneumonia for that?
I don't think I've ever had pneumonia.
I don't know. I think I'm thinking about Jackson.
Oh, Jackson, heck yeah, he's tough at pneumonia. There's no telling mine, he hasn't had pneumonia.
I remember when he used to pretend to smoke with an inhaler.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he would pretend to smoke with it. It'd produce a little bit of smoke.
Oh yeah, he's he still does that now.
But I actually do it now.
Yeah, bro, you use an inhaler, man.
Want to know something really sad that my friend Cameron does? He lives across the street from me. He's addicted to drugs and vaping. Anyways,
Oh no.
so basically what he would do with his friends sometimes, they like to smoke because, you know, vaping, weed. I don't even know how they get a hold of weed. And so
dude, you don't know how to get a hold of it, bro. I can tell you all about it.
And basically, so apparently they go across the highway and pick up used cigarette butts and use them.
No, you don't.
And I remember one day I saw them, like Cameron and a group of friends walking over to a boat, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'll tag along. And so I'm going with them. They go into, so basically we have this dead end at our area, and it has this abandoned boat, and it has this big compartment with like cushions that we can go into. And it's actually pretty nice until anyway, so
That's where they
pull
hide
out these little, they pull out these, hello, huh? Yeah, I'll make sure I got Kendall.
I should not.
Anyway, so they pull out these like used cigarette butts. I'm like, what are you doing? And they're and they're like, we're smoking, and I'm like, don't you guys have vapes? Just use those. That's way cleaner. Like, at least use those. And they're like,
Yeah.
nah, these are better. And then they're like, and then I'm like, that is disgusting. You know, like those things could have been on the road for
Shove up
maybe
somebody's
a few
ass.
days or something. That is disgusting. And also,
Ugh.
I remember one day I came back into the boat to just like go on Omegle just because I was bored. This was during the summer. And so I go over to the boat and I look at it. Oh my god. There's things burned into the top of the compartment, and I look outside the compartment. There's a blowtorch, and I'm like, oh, okay. And then I look at the sign, it's like penises, and I'm like, oh. And then I look over to the right, and there's a swastika. Like, who is drawing swastikas in the boat? Like, what the hell?
Declan, what's your dad's or mom's scariest story?
Okay. I don't really know. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, I have a good one with my dad. So when he was, pretty young, about
Man, is this in the 1870s?
So he was, my dad's about 50, so maybe 60.
1500.
He's 50. So
15 extra
it's
zero.
probably about the 60s,
15 extra zero.
70s, early those areas, right? So he
Areas,
said that one
eras,
day,
idiot.
so he said that his room like was right outside the kitchen, like he could look in the kitchen.
Oh, that'd
right?
be nice.
He's trying to go to sleep, and then and he said that this is from what he told me. He said that he saw a headless woman open
Okay,
the
nope.
fridge.
End of story. End of story.
And so
End of story.
he's like, Mom! And his mom was like, what the hell do you want? And he's like, there's a headless woman in the kitchen. And he's like, she walks in there. She's like, there ain't no headless woman in the kitchen, you dumbass. And then he's like crying, and she's like, stop crying, go back to bed. Yeah, my grandma wasn't the nicest person.
Bro, that sounds like the kid. That sounds like a pissed off grandma right there.
I
You
don't
never
kn-
pissed off a grandma.
I don't know one of my mom's scariest stories. I mean,
Neither do
probably
I.
something she's very afraid of is very expensive bills. Like this one time she had to get one of her teeth removed, and it was very expensive, and she started
Ooh.
crying. Because at the time we were also very poor, and she couldn't really pay for it.
Here's my thing. So, like, have you seen those memes? Like, oh, like you get like, you just get like a surgery, like you get your like a bone fixed at the hospital. Your card card declines.
Yeah. Then what are you
Dude.
gonna do?
Yeah, it's like, what are you gonna do? Break my like, you can break that bone again? No. When you go to when you go to the dentist and they fix your teeth, card
Probably
declines.
could go
Well,
to jail.
you know,
I think you have to go to jail to serve the amount of money that you didn't pay.
yeah, no, dude, and then like you go to the dentist and it's like card declines.
Well, time to break the tooth again.
Well, time to put that company back.
Yeah, we keep preserved copies just in case this happens.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
Dude, I love like when I went to the doctors once and like they're giving me an X-ray because like this is, I think this is like literally a week after I got crunched between Leland and after that, because I just swear to God I thought I broke something because my lungs hurt, and so I went to the with the X-ray thing and all that, and I love how they're like, oh, don't worry, it's harmless. It's like, don't worry, it's not dangerous, it's harmless. And as they walk behind like a thick thing of glass.
I figured out why they actually do that.
Yeah, it's called X-rays.
So basically
Radiation.
It's not deadly for one,
But it's
they
not.
they have to do multiple a day. And doing multiple can become deadly.
Yeah, but I love how like, oh, don't worry, it's harmless, as they're like hiding
Yeah.
behind glass.
It makes it seem suspicious, but that's
It's
the
like-
real reason.
Yeah,
Because they go
but
through it
the
so many times a day.
Kids
that it
don't
can't
know
be-
that, but like little kids don't
Yeah.
know that, but us are like, really?
You're going behind a wall.
Yeah, you're going behind a
Little
thick thing of
sus.
glass, man. Safe to do.
Or should I just go to the hive and draw penis and just build and just get banned for a week?
No,
Do you get permanently banned or you get banned for some
probably
odd-
get banned like perm.
I don't know.
Oh, what's your
guess I'm gonna figure
scariest
that out.
gaming moment? Scariest gaming moment, go.
Oh, Oh, the red screen on PS2 when there's no disc. I swear, when I used to play on the PS2, I'd be terrified of the red screen, and I'd always double check if there was a disc in there. Sometimes I would forget to, and there isn't a disc.
What's that mean? Like, just a red screen pulls up?
It's basically, so you know, like the squares and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Basically, yeah, it goes to that screen, but red, and you know, to a little kid, that's terrifying.
Yeah.
And it also plays like a lower music, and it's like, because to every kid, like whenever like your bigger brother or like dad is working on technological stuff and it stops working, and they're like, God damn it! You're just sitting there like. And I'd always be terrified, and whenever the red screen would pull up, I'd freak out. I'm like, ah, no!
My scariest gaming moment has got to be, just recently. It's either just recently, when my the PS4 thing glitched because I thought everything was broken.
Oh, that's scary. I hate it when that happens. One of something that's very scary to Xbox players, the red ring of death.
Oh no, not the Ring of Death. Shut up with that.
They get the Ring of Death. Ours just dies silently. Ours.
Another scary gaming thing has got to be, I actually probably getting banned.
Yeah,
that's another scary, because you don't know if you're gonna get unbanned.
Yeah.
Scary, scariest YouTube/Twitch thing. Like don't say like a scary video. I remember one time I got banned from a Twitch thing for saying interesting things. like these people, like, I hope your vein, like, no, because this one person was being a jack to these, like, to the Twitch streamer. I'm like, you know what, dude, I hope your veins get ripped out. And I get banned for that. I get banned for that.
Like,
2 months later, no, we're not. No, 2 months later, I get unbanned.
I'll tell you one of my personal ones.
No, you're not.
I'll tell you the non-scary one. And
Okay,
I'll
thank
you.
you.
The relatively
no,
scary
do not tell me the scary one. Just tell me the non-scary. I don't like scary things.
Okay,
no,
so
you're
the
not.
non-scary one. The non-scary one. Well, sort of. I don't know, but basically, so.
Is there anything like that pops up in front of you?
Well, I haven't experienced this myself.
Oh, so it's a third person. Let's go.
So Emily's mom's house is like 200 years old.
Man, imagine being that old.
It's so old. And so basically, they said that there used to be an old family there that.
Wow, no crap, like, Declan. There used to be a family there.
And they all died in the house.
Imagine.
And I forgot the story of how they died, but I heard a little kid died in the cellar, and
what'd they sell?
A cellar, like the basement.
Exactly, what'd they sell?
Okay, and the mom died upstairs, and
died upstairs or upstairs?
No, upstairs.
I heard died upstairs.
And I don't think the dad died in the house. I think he left.
The dad died on the staircase to go outside the house. the dad died on the porch. This is gonna haunt me tonight. I'm calling it.
This is from what Emily and Emily's sister.
Did you see them?
So Emily said that when she was a kid, when she used to live in the house as a kid.
Did you see them?
She said that she used to live upstairs where the mom died. And she said that
I already told my ghost stories.
Go to sleep, the thing would rearrange everything in her room.
That's cool.
And she'd wake up, and sometimes things would be in place. Like sometimes even huge things would be moved, like a wardrobe.
That's cool. That's actually cool.
And she said,
I love that ghost.
I think she said that her sister saw the ghost in a mirror once.
Whoa.
And clarified that it was a woman.
That'd be cool.
So yeah, that would happen.
Okay, no, that's it. That's what I was saying.
No, this isn't the scary one.
Don't tell me the scary one.
This is the same story. This is the same story. One time my dad went in there.
And he farted and the woman came out like, what the
And my dad's sitting there alone.
And then he farts.
And he said that he feels like he's getting watched.
Probably
and that something's like looking at him. And he looks at the mirror and nothing's there. And he's like, and he leaves the room and he talks to Emily. He's just like, oh yeah, there's a ghost in there. And one time I tried to talk to the boy in the basement.
What'd you say, dude? I'm locked.
I was using a white noise machine. I was asking for its name. I wasn't getting much, but I think
you know what? No offense, was it black?
Was Bill or
Bill. Oh, that's a cool. Was it black? That's why I didn't do white
I was getting a very
noise.
slight noise of Bill or Billy in the white noise.
My name is Billy.
Oh yeah, I also think my closet's haunted.
Why? Did it go steal our clothes?
This house also has kind of a history. There used to be
Same.
a mafia that went here, and they all
Oh, you have a
died
mafia
here.
house? Lucky.
So basically, this house used to be just a big cinder block, like the basement, well, the basement now, used to be a big open area, like a living room. Yeah, our basement doesn't look like a basement.
What was I say?
Anyways,
Declan, ready to hear my story?
One second. So basically, the mafia, they had like actually a series of tunnels under the house and throughout the neighborhood.
You are lucky. You get the lit houses.
There used to be 8 entrances in this house.
You get the lit house, dude.
7 of them got covered up by tile, and 1 of them isn't covered. You can, but the thing is, though, the city had to fill it up with concrete because, well, that's a danger.
No, it's not, dude. What do you mean?
No, they could collapse because it's like
screw.
under the streets. Anyway, so
whatever.
they filled up
Blame
with
the mafia.
concrete, and then you can actually see the circle where the old entrance used to be in the garage.
Nah, Declan, just blame the mafia.
Anyways, so one time I was in my closet.
And the mafia's
I
like,
was in my
yo.
closet because I'm weird, and we used to have a cat. We got rid of a couch, and I put the cushions in my closet along with my sleeping bag and a pillow, and I slept in there for like 3 days until
You are
this thing
really
happened.
weird.
Anyway, so yeah, I'm laying down there watching videos on my freaking off-brand phone,
And the mafia's like, yo, wanna join us?
and so I hear something and feel something breathe in my right ear. And that's when I pause the video and look to my right, and nothing's there. Thing is, my closet's like skinny, wide.
Oh, same with mine. Same with mine.
So like nothing could be next to me. So I look to my right.
Your clothes are breathing.
I'm like, okay. And I turn to my left, and I still remember it. I swear to God, I was not coming up with that. I swear that happened.
You're drunk. You're drunk.
Hey, basement door randomly opens. Ah!
Oh, Declan, what was this video? You see your clothes looking down. Hey, wear me tomorrow.
No, I actually don't store my clothes in there.
No, your clothes be like, hey, can you wear me tomorrow? Thank you.
wear me. That you've been wearing.
No, you see your clothes start fighting. Wear me.
Wear me.
And start fighting.
Like,
no,
wear me.
No, wear me. Well, I think I told you about my ghost story-ish. I don't know if it's really a ghost story.
I don't know. Tell me.
So, sometimes I can just be sitting here, just sitting here. Nobody else is here. Nobody home, and it's like my stairs make a specific sound when somebody's walking down, like creaking. I'm the only one home, and I just hear creaking as somebody's walking downstairs. My dogs are sitting next to me, so nobody else can be here, and I'm just hearing creaking as if somebody's walking. I go look upstairs. I'm like, yo, who's here? Nobody. I'm like, if you're a ghost, just come out, you piece of shit.
That's real. But the thing is, though, in your mind, you're freaking out because you're like, I just called a ghost to come to me.
Yeah, I just called the ghost to go F itself, but it can't, so it'll just go right through himself.
That's why when I try to go to sleep, I try not to mention it because I'm like, if I mention it, the ghost is gonna get me.
You know, see, here's the thing. I kind of find it cool if there's ghosts here. I kind of find it cool.
Yeah, it depends. You don't want to have mean ones. You know, you're gonna want the ones that organize and give you.
Yeah, dude, those are the best ones.
Yeah, no, actually, there's.
I have one. I think I kind of have one.
And there's this person who, like, this girl, she tours the place, right? And guess what? She's been touring for so long that she knows the names and where all the ghosts are. And actually, I was watching the video. I could send it to you if you want.
No.
And she's like in this little big, she's in this big open area, right? And
she's like, here's Larry.
She's like, here's like, yeah, I'm coming up with this name. Like, here's Bob. Are you here tonight? And all of a sudden you hear in the background, it's like, okay, hello, Bob. And then, like, there's like 7 dead people there too. So she's like listing off their names, like, are you here tonight? And you hear like a knocking noise or something. She's like, oh, that's pretty cool. And she's like friends with them too. Only a couple of them she doesn't like. Like, there's this one in a basement area that she's terrified of. There's also this other one in this jail area that was actually really nice to the people. They would like hold this pendant and they're like, shake it if like if shake yes, don't shake no. And they actually asked it questions and it would shake it if
no,
it was like, yes,
that's Declan. No, let's see this. Oh, here's Larry. See Larry just come out of the wall. Hello.
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 And actually, one of the guys in the video held out his hand, and the lady's like, "Hold his hand if you want to." and guess what? The guy feels a cold sensation wrap around his hand, and he's like, "What the hell?" So yeah, a dead person grabbed your hand.
Bro, that's just say I got touched by a molester.
Just because it's a dead person in a jail doesn't mean it you molested someone.
I mean,
I'd rather not have the feeling that something's watching me as I sleep.
hey,
It could also
they could
see
be
things
protecting
before
you.
I sleep. Like, he
But-
doesn't want to know what I use that moisturizer for.
Bro, he's probably like talking to his ghost friends. This kid
It's like,
knows what
bro,
to watch.
this kid has an 8-incher, man.
Dude, no, that ghost is probably like, this kid has the videos. The ghost like he probably reports back to his friends to watch this video.
I'm sad that the Pornhub got rid of like all of their unverified
I
creators.
know.
So, cause now I can't watch the freaking stuff I like to watch.
I know.
Like I remember one time, like, I'm looking up the video, right? Cause like I sometimes rewatch the same video, and
Yeah,
I'm
why
like,
not?
where is it? No. And I'm like, oh well, time to go to this other. All the other sites are like filled with viruses. Besides, there's one other that I can trust.
Is it XX?
No, actually, on my old tablet. So this is a while ago.
2 seconds ago.
This is when I was about 8, so 4mm defeater time. Or 7. We got tablets. We got tablets for Christmas, and about a couple months later, me, PJ, and Colin are sitting on the same bed, and we're all playing through. And Colin's like, "Hey guys, I found something. I think you guys will like." He pulls up. It's like xx.xxx. So
Yep,
it's like you
videos
know
dot
it's
XX.
full of viruses. And
XX
so
videos.
we're like, oh, and our 4mm defeaters turn into 8mm defeaters. And so we ended up looking through it, and our little naive minds didn't know that all of our tablets were connected to Emily's tablet, so she could see what we're looking up. And a little
She
while
saw the
later,
defeaters
we get
turn to
confronted
meters.
about it, and I actually still use that tablet today.
Declan,
And,
so the
oh,
millimeters turn to
my
meters.
God. So with the virus, so I ended up getting a virus from the freaking terrible freaking site, and I get a virus, and everyone says, so I'm on there, right? And what it does is, I think, from what I know right now, is it causes Silk browser to pop up. Well, technically Google, it's called Silk browser. It's like off-brand, whatever.
To make sure millimeters and meters.
Silk browser sometimes will pop up and like open up these websites called FAP Titans or bangbros.com or stuff like that.
I want that virus now.
It randomly will do that, so I had to be careful playing on my tablet next to Ezra, because sometimes it'll just randomly load it. And it doesn't really damage my tablet, which is good, but it does be very annoying.
Nah,
And
dude,
one time,
Declan.
my naive little mind, I got this little notification on my screen that said, you have like 18 viruses, download this thing to fix it. And I think I did that on my old phone. And I'm like, oh, okay, and I downloaded it. I'm surprised I did not get a virus. Or it could be a virus that's slowly working its way through my old phone.
Declan.
Yes.
So your little millimeter turned to a meter.
Half a millimeter turned into a millimeter.
Dude, the 4mm turned to a 4 meter.
Well, this 8-incher turned into a 16-incher.
The 8-incher turned to. I don't know.
This 8-incher turned into a horse 12 feet long.
Did the 4 mil?
There's
The 4
actually
mil
a
turned to a
whale
me.
where each testicle weighs 1 ton and it produces 5 gallons of sperm.
I didn't need to know that.
And did you know that if whales mate near the shoreline and you see a whole bunch of foam, do not go into it, because that is sperm and turned into foam because of the waves.
So theoretically, if a woman went into that, they would be pregnant by a whale.
Actually, there's this video of women like running through like, it's foam, and this guy's stitched. He's like, the funny thing is, she doesn't realize that 2 whales just mated right behind them. Yeah. So be careful when seeing large masses of foam.
Wait, so...
Unless it's sea foam, but there's not usually that much sea foam.
Wait, so... I saw a video of a dog in seafoam. Was that seafoam or was that?
It could be either one.
Oh
Usually there
god, wait,
isn't
what was that?
large
Wait a
amounts.
minute, wait a minute.
Usually seafoam is in small amounts and like near the shore.
Ooh, I don't like that.
Seafoam.
I did not like what I just saw.
So yeah. Oh yeah, remember the red tide a few years ago? We went to Florida during the red tide, and you would see an abundance of fish laying near the shore with their eyes missing. And also you'd see plenty of these crab. I forgot the name.
Why?
Of them. Horseshoe crabs were also dead all over the shore. It was pretty cool.
Why?
Horseshoe crabs were cool. Because the red tide is basically every few years there's this plant called, I think, the red tide, and what it does is its spores kills the fish and everywhere around there, and it causes them to just float up to shore. I mean, for the birds it's good because then they get a good couple eyes, like they eat the eyes.
Some food.
And there's plenty of dead horseshoe crabs. And one time before the red tide, when we went to Florida, I picked up something that I thought was a rock. It was a crab. And so we were like along like the farther parts of the
80mm defeaters.
Beach. So you know, like you're near the farther parts of the beach, so like there's more crabs and wildlife there. And so I'm like, oh, is this a conch shell? Cause like near that area, there's these areas with like really nice conch shells. I actually have one. And
what was it, an 8mm defeater?
And, I pick up the crab. Thank God I picked it up near the butt. If I picked it up in the front, it would have grabbed me easily. I picked it up in the butt and I lift it and I see arms and legs. I'm like, ah! And I throw it like 15 feet.
The crab's like, holy sh!
I also used to find farther out in the beach like all these like big snails. And actually one time I found wild sea urchins. And you can pick them up. It's just as long as you don't apply a lot of pressure.
Wow, really, Declan?
Because we were talking to this guy, he was like teaching us about him, and he said that one of his buddies stepped on one, and he had to go to the hospital to get them pulled out.
So were those things technically an 8mm
Those
defeater?
things have spines all over them.
Except on the bottom.
And if you pick, yeah, the bottom has the mouth,
And the meat.
So like, it feels weird when you pick them up because then they just grasp your hand or your finger, and it feels weird. Yeah.
Would those things be considered 8mm defeaters?
How do those things mate? That's my question.
How
do sea urchins mate?
Look that up.
I don't know. I don't want to. Yep, I know, but they really can't because the hole is too small.
Declan?
But if they're big. Well, yeah, but not like your entire finger. I mean, if you let them, maybe, but if you'd feel it bite you, and you're like, ah, and you just throw it.
Declan?
That's my lesson. If you pick up something that either looks like it's going to hurt you or is hurting you, throw it.
Oh, here's my thing. If something like just jump, like if I have a bug or like something in my hand and it just moves suddenly, I throw it.
Oh, stick bug! I actually one time found a wild stick bug and it was really nice.
Get stick bugged.
Stick bugs they aren't gross either. Stick bugs aren't gross. It's
They're
literally
cute.
a stick with 6 legs and they're really
cute.
long. And I felt it walking along me. It was doing a little wiggle as it was walking on my arm.
Oh, so it was doing the stick bug thing.
Yeah.
Get stick bugged.
Also, one time, so.
But Declan, would sea urchins be considered 8mm defeaters?
I don't know, man. It's kind of your way of thinking about it.
But think about it.
Have you ever been to Arizona?
No.
Oh, I love, dude. So you know those classic-looking like tall cacti? Have you actually ever seen one in person?
I've never been in Arizona, so no.
Those things are massive.
Isn't it called sequoia?
Here, you want it?
Or
yeah, saguaro cacti. I have a postcard right here. It says this. So there's the largest saguaro cactus. It says saguaro cactus grows exclusively in the Sonoran Desert. This saguaro is located near the competitive trek at Estrella Mountain Regional Park. Has been identified as the 5th largest saguaro in the Sonoran Park or desert. It's called Grandpa. Stands over 50 feet tall and graced the mountain and is about 200 years old. So basically, saguaros, they grow their first arm at about 50 to 100 years, and they can grow up to about 20 or so feet if they live a long time. Well,
I pissed off one of my friends really bad by saying a sequoia as like I think I found like sequoia. I think I call it like for how
when I was younger, I was really interested in them, so I have a lot of like information.
I pronounced like a sequoia, like a sea squirrel, like a
have
sequoia.
Ribs, and one time I was at a saguaro park, and they were full of saguaros, and I found one that was like all chopped up, and I'm like, ooh, there's a rib, and I pulled it off, and I also found this one that was struck by lightning, and you can tell because all of it's basically the ribs are in straight lines like poles, and they're all almost like perfect sync like shape too. They're all like a perfect amount away from each other, and you could tell because basically what happens is if it gets struck by lightning down the center, all of the ribs spread out like a sombrero. And I'm looking at it, and it's like just ribs standing in the air and just sombrero at the top. And I'm like, oh, that's really cool. I think I took a picture of it.
What is your like funniest and funniest or coolest memory?
Jesus!
I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you with a passion. I hate you.
Nice.
I hate you with a passion. I hate you with a passion.
Funniest or coolest thing that's happened to me?
That's the scariest memory of 2021 right there.
I died. That's the coolest thing that's happened.
I'm not gonna lie, I think my heart rate just went up to like 150.
The coolest thing that's happened to me. I have no idea.
Dude, I just felt my heart just say, see you later, and just jump.
I have no idea.
What's the most memorable? Yes. Yes, memorable thing ever. Yeah, memorable thing ever.
Memorable. Probably
I have
all
mine.
the times that Emily has yelled at me because I didn't know how to do math. Or the dream where I was in a car. This is when I was